Welcome to this week's edition of Collecting Small Diecast Land Rovers. I hope you're all well, and this is first time back recording these videos because for the past 3 weeks we've had a bit of a rough time in the Norman household. You may have seen from a post I lost my brother a couple of weeks ago, well 3 weeks ago now, and my father was hospitalised. He's 85 and the mother-in-law was also quite ill. So all interesting Land Rovers and that just had to be put on one side, and the videos you've been watching in that time have been ones that I'd previously recorded. But we've sort of got a new enthusiasm for the hobby again, so we're back to record some more videos, and hope you've got the time to sit, have a cup of tea, join us, and we'll see what's arrived in the post. In today's episode we're going to be taking a look at the Carrarama 1/72nd scale Land Rover Freelander 2002 model. Now these particular ones are in a dark metallic red, and there's 2 to collect. I've mentioned before that these are rather hard to get hold of here in the UK. They don't seem to have been on a general release, and so we've sort of struggled to get hold of them, but they're cropping up from time to time on eBay. So as I say, we've got 2 to look at. As you can see, one of them is missing its spare wheel on the rear, but I'm on the lookout. I'll either get a replacement model, or if I can get hold of one with a wheel, we'll replace the wheel. So what's the differences in them? Well, the main difference on these is in the fact that it's the wheels, and there are 2 to be had. So we'll just set up and I'll show you the 2 types of wheels. As you can see, there are 2 wheel designs. The first one on the left is the filled in. It's solid, it's just a plain disc which has the detailed embossed onto it, whereas the second wheel, which is altogether more pleasing, is the fully formed wheel, and to my eye it looks so much better. The rest of the models are pretty much the same. Interiors appear to be the same, and as does the rest of the bodywork. Number plates are just Land Rover on these, so there's no number plates to worry about. But let's have a look at the bottom and see where the changes might lie there. So as can be seen, there's no difference in the bases. They're both Hongwell variety and feature exactly the same renditions of the general running gear that lies underneath the Freelander. So the only difference then is on the wheels. The colour of these models is, well, we have it listed as metallic red, but it's one of them colours that different people will probably interpret in different ways. Now if you just bear with me 1 second while we alter the colour temperature of the lighting rig, and you'll see how the colours change. So you've got to bear this in mind, you know, when you're looking at pictures, etc. It depends on cameras and lighting that colours can change. I hope that's coming across okay. Other details on these are a rather heavy-handed depiction of the heated rear window on them, but they're all the same right across the range, so there's no changes there in these models. Other than that, a pretty nicely laid out little model. Even the wing mirrors are picked out with silver, which in this scale is rather good. you'll be able to see that we've invested in a turntable. So we'll set it going, and you can have a look at the models without my shaking hands, so just bear with me. All the details of these you'll find on the website, plus the other colours that are available in the 2002 Freelander. As I say, difficult to get hold of in the UK. I don't know why they didn't release them over here, but from what I can understand, I don't think they did. There ain't enough around. When you go through the auction sites, there's listing after listing for the series 3 soft tops and the Defenders, etc., and all the others. Even the earlier Freelander, the 97, I think it is. There's plenty, but these for some reason are quite hard to get your hands on. So if you're fortunate enough in your country to be able to get your hands on them, then you might know of some other variations, but at the moment we're not seeing enough of them to pick up on every single change that's come into them. They all seem to have black interiors. Are there any with anything different out there? Over to you guys. If you've got some in your collections, just stick a picture on the website for us and we can add it to the database. At the end of the day, it's there to help everyone, so feel free to contribute if you've got some valuable information. Right, let's move on to something else. A couple of videos ago we were taking a look at some new releases from Oxford, and I said that this one had come out of the Defender 110 in Tragenta livery. Now at the time I said there was 3 models, all issued under the SP numbers with consecutive numbers, and they all appeared on the face of it to be of the same model. Now, just to refresh your memory, this was the first one, code SP087, Land Rover Defender Tragenta Duo. Now, I could only get my hands on one at the time, and this was the first one, so I'll put the details of the video that we looked at it in. Memory's getting a bit foggy at the moment, so if no video number appears just here, then I hadn't done it, and to save me having to re-edit the whole video. Anyway, the point of the story is that that was the one we had, and another one came up, and this one is number SP086. So what's the difference? Well, the difference is, we'll just unpack it and then I can show you a bit clearer. Right, the difference is the wording in the Tragenta. Now, some of them it's spelt with AJ, as in the case of this one, and the previous one it was spelled with a Y. And the third one I'm not quite sure. I'm really trying to get hold of one, but they don't come up very often. 87 seems to be cropping up quite a bit at the moment. 86, which is this one, it's the first one I've managed to see, and we put a bid on it and we won it, so that was good news. But I still haven't managed to find out what Tragenta is. I started to do a search, and then events started to unfold, which I've spoken of earlier. so everything had to be put on hold, and I really did lose me enthusiasm for doing anything for a while. And now I've come back to the models, it's yeah, it's like a therapy. People often think, oh, he just plays with toy cars, or when I was doing the railways he plays with toy trains, but there's a therapeutic level to it, and you can just immerse yourself in that and forget your troubles. Anyway, let's get back to the point. We'll zoom in a bit and we'll we'll set the old turntable going. I have to do this off camera because it has about 3 speeds and it often sets off at the maximum. There we are, nicely modelled vehicle. The number plate on each one, I think it changes. I've not got my red glasses on. I'm pretty sure that they may be all standard, but you'll be able to see. I'll put a note up of what the number plate is on the 2 at the bottom of the video. It's really a nice colour, this. I like the colour. Again, bear in mind that the lighting rig will be changing the colours. This will probably demonstrate it better than the previous example I did. Just changing the temperature of the lighting changes the colour, and of course cameras interpret it different. For those in the UK, if you're familiar with the old Cadbury's chocolate, it's about their branding colour, which always is quite a nice blue bordering on purple, but if you give the lighting rig a blue tint, then everything sort of turns more blue. So there we have it, another one to collect. Be nice to get the 3rd one, but we keep looking, and hopefully one will come along. And I will get round to finding out what Trigenta is. If I had to put money on, as a wild guess, let's say, I would say it's an airline or something like that. But it could be anything, it could be a nightclub, just don't know. But, nice one to collect. On the subject of Defenders, you know, the new Defender from Oxford, they've all been released in plain liveries. Now, I was just about to go out to work the other morning, and Diane, the wife, was flicking through channels, and there was a programme about one of the airports. It could be Gatwick or Heathrow. It could be one of the big airports in the UK, and they were filming with the runway crews that drive up and down, make sure the runway is free of objects, scares off birds and everything. And they had a brand new Defender 110 in high-vis colours, and it looked really smart. So Oxford, if you're listening, yes please, a working Defender 110, or the new one, that would be excellent. So fingers crossed, that would make a great subject. Right, I think that's it for this video. Hope you've all enjoyed it. We're going to try and get back into making regular vids now. Now we've got everything sorted, and we shall be going on to the Carrarama 143rds, because I've managed to collect a few of them, and we're going to be sticking with the fire engines and looking at the fire brigade one next. And believe it or not, we've got 4 variations to that model. So yeah, that'll make a good little episode. And also I'm bidding on some Oxford Diecasts. Fingers crossed I'll get them. And I'm also bidding on some Carrarama Defenders as well, so we'll just wait for them auctions to end, and with a bit of luck we'll have some exciting stuff for you to see. Right, okay then, time to end this one. Stay safe, and as usual, happy collecting.